Hello awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another Vaipo cast. This is going to be Lilbow, our Protoss player on the top right hand side of Orbital Shipyard versus uThermal. This is game number 2. If you have missed the first one, please go watch that, ending in a very abrupt GG. And your chance is up. Now the spoilers are coming. uThermal ended up GGing out when Lilbow caught 2 of his medevacs full of a total of 8 Marines and 4 Marauders without doing any damage at all. He just caught them with a bunch of stalkers and destroyed them mid-air. Very good catch, and pretty much, you know, screwed over uThermal very quickly. So gateway being placed a little bit awkwardly here. Obviously the block is not as important versus Terrans, since they usually just go with drop plays anyways. So a simulator coming out as well. And just to mention as well, before we begin with this with full swing, I'm still holding the competition. If you guys would like to send me any banner, basically for my YouTube channel, I'm looking for a new banner. You might see the one that says Vaipo Gaming at the moment. It's supposed to be 2560 by 1440 resolution, so if you're good with Photoshop or something like that, it'll be very cool for you. You could potentially earn yourself Rainbow Six Siege / Assassin's Creed Syndicate, or even a copy of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. And I will be giving that to the winner. I'm not quite sure when I will announce it yet. I will wait until I have a few submissions. If I don't get any submissions at all, which could very well be the case, then I might just cancel this the competition at all. But I'm hoping that some of you will send me some banners. Also, just to note, the winner will be announced publicly, so if you don't want that to be happening, then of course let me know and I will not do that for you, but I will send you the game instead. So starting off with a full-on block here. So this is basically to prevent the adepts from flying or jumping straight into the base. Very useful against Protoss. Now uThermal is going to be scouting out the expansion straight away. Obviously he wants to know what the Protoss player is doing. And once he sees the Nexus, obviously this means there's not going to be any sort of shenanigans going on with any proxies. Something you would see every now and then, but not that common. So we do have double Reaper coming out. Now, funny thing is, I don't really agree with Reaper starts against Protoss at all. I mean, you might get 1 or 2 Reapers just to scout, but you generally wouldn't rush out 2 Reapers like this. They're very bad versus Adepts because they get 3-shotted, they don't do a huge amount of damage to them. So this Adept would probably take both of these guys on. Yep, that's one getting taken out easily. And see, the second one is pretty useless by itself. So catching out uThermal, very good play here. Now he's not going to be able to break through this. It's going to take him pretty much forever and a day to do this. So obviously he's not really focusing on this right now. There is going to be double Marines coming out very shortly as well, so gonna have to be very careful to not lose this Adept. Now, an Adept versus 2 Marines, the Adept will still win. The Adept can actually 2-shot these guys. So once he has 4, he'll probably end up rushing the Adept then. And this one Reaper, being a little bit annoying, still doesn't have a single kill. One now has 1 kill. So making himself worth it at this point with the scouting and with the kill as well. Now to note, Reapers do 8 damage in total. It's 2 hits of 4. And looks like he's going to get caught out now. Don't believe he's going to escape here. There we go, getting cleaned up. Now where is the Adept here? Obviously, I assume he has actually lost it. Did he lose it? Yes, he did indeed lose it. The Marines did manage to take him out. Now there is a Cyclone coming out here and a starport. So we are starting with a 1-1-1 build. Potentially going to... oh, there we go. We do have a Viking. Something again that we don't see that often. I think that the Legacy of the Void meta currently revolves around a very small amount of units, and it's something that I don't quite like. I really hope that Blizzard is going to balance things out a little bit better, so that there is going to be more variety and more viability in using other types of units. So for Protoss, for example, right now you see Adepts, you see maybe 1 Zealot when you're versus Zerg, so you might get the Zealot out to block the entrance. You might see Disruptors and you might see Oracles. You rarely see any other units from the Protoss. And it's a bit unfortunate, but what can you do? Now this one Adept gets away. Unfortunately gets splattered all over the floor here. Why this Cyclone? And for example, the Terran, even seeing a Cyclone is quite rare, to be honest. You'll see siege tanks, marauders, medevacs, and the odd time you might see Hellions, and the odd time a few Widow Mines. So again, very limited. I think that Zerg probably has the highest amount of units that are very commonly used, and that'll be Zergling, Roach, Ravager, Hydra, Lurker, Needlisk, and those would probably be the most common ones. And Infestors are actually quite common as well. If it gets to the late game, obviously not many games in Legacy of the Void do make it to the end, but when there is a late game, you might see Ultralisks or the very, very occasional time Broodlords as well. The question is uThermal going to see this Observer? He could definitely scout it out with a scan and basically one-shot it with the Marines. Now this one expansion coming out here as well, this is going to be the 4th base, and he is going to also clear out the debris just to basically get them out of the way so he can have very quick access to this base. Now we do have a Liberator coming out, that's interesting. Upgrade for the Resonating Glaives also coming out for Lilbow. So he's not opting to get Blink Stalkers as of yet. I think he doesn't have them yet, if I'm not mistaken. No, he doesn't. Right, so the Liberator going to come around here. There is a few pylons here. These are specifically there for overcharges. So if this Liberator sets up, well, even maybe in advance a little bit, you see that the units are prepared for it. Not only do they scout it out, they're also available just to basically prevent it from setting up with a Guardian Shell or the Guardian Stance. And this is quite useful for Lilbow. Now this base not so much defended, but then again, he does have a few Stalkers there, which would be enough to take care of that one Liberator. This Nexus is now up. There is five probes on the way. This one not getting quite recalled. This one Observer sitting. I just want to see how... Oh, this is actually very good placement. It's very hard to see it. I mean, the only way you can really see it really clearly is when you move the camera like this. Okay, so 2 Adepts are coming down slowly now. Are they going to catch this one Marine? Nope. Oh, there. Look at that. One shot each, taking that out. Now there's a lot of tech going down from the Marine, from the Terran player. Look at this. He does have 1 armor, stem, a bunch of different units being produced. He does have a few turrets on the way also. This is just in case we're going to see Oracles. But honestly, I'm not seeing Oracles happening right now. There is a Stargate on the way, but I think this might be Phoenixes. Honestly, this late in the game, I wouldn't really think that Oracles are going to come out. It would make quite little sense, I think. Then again, I am no pro. These guys are. So I let them go at it. So we do have a few medevacs here loaded up and ready to go. We do have this... Oh, I thought it was a sensor tower actually, so missile turret going down. Now he did move the Observer. Now he's going to be able to see all of this. So the Observer, as you can see, going around the missile turret, and he's going to keep following these units just to basically show their position at all times. And this is quite crucial. I mean, seeing where the attack is coming from is half the battle. There we go, Phoenixes are indeed on the way, as I thought. So no Oracles at this time. Just too many siege turrets on the way, on the map for that. Okay. So the old famous joke. Oh, this is going to be huge! A big chunk of Marines getting taken out there. That was actually quite nice from the Disruptor. Oh, the Disruptor actually gets taken out quite quickly there. Getting a little bit out of position. These siege tanks getting lifted up and raised. Oh, are they going to land right on top? Oh, they're going to totally do the transfer all the way into the units. Oh, this is huge! Gonna take out all of these Marines, and of course the tanks also gonna get cleaned up here. These Stalkers are gonna clean up the tanks, and unfortunately just the medevacs remaining. Blink is now available, so we're gonna see if he's gonna try to snipe some of those. He could very well try to catch up. I do believe that Stalkers are faster when the medevacs don't have their boost. There you go, more damage being done. I think that that's gonna be pretty much it for the aggression from these medevacs. The Phoenix coming around as well. Is it going to catch somebody out? Doesn't look like it. These units are all there, and I think that if he gets a little bit too close now, he's going to get sniped out by Marines. Well, one medevac. Is he going to let this medevac fall? Wow, the one medevac getting taken out. Phoenix stays alive. Is getting chased away by the Marine, and the pathing just about manages to keep it alive. Very good, Phoenix. Very good. Staying alive, does now pick it up. He was probably expecting to lose it altogether. Okay, so this observer has done his job pretty much, you know, as much as he needs to do. He can go ahead and just suicide into the base right now. I'm just kidding. No. He's going to go out again, try to catch some more units heading out. So he's probably wondering what this is. No, there's no units loaded inside it. He obviously doesn't know that. Now there's a lot of medevacs here, so there's a lot of bio play here. Now looking at the upgrades, it's 1-1. There is 2 attacks on the way. No 3 defense as of yet. The level 3 weapons for Protoss ground units is also on the way. It's not going to be done for a while, so something to note. And there's no shield upgrades at all yet. Now this observer standing so perfectly, just watching everything that's happening. And there's quite a big army here. I mean, this is 190 almost supply. The Protoss is a little bit ahead on supply, but that could also be due to the fact that he is on 4 bases rather than 3. And looking at this, I do believe that the Protoss player will have a lot bigger of an army. So Lilbow chasing down with all of these shades. He is going to let this happen and gonna have to back on out here. I think that because the Stalkers were so far back, this didn't work out as planned. Now this is going to be a bit of a panic moment for uThermal. Is he going to land with these units? Yes, he is indeed going to land. And this is going to be crucial. This is going to be the one time where all the damage is going to matter. And fun enough, the Terran player absolutely wiping the floor with Lilbow. So what is going to happen next? There is absolutely no units for Lilbow right now. He is very low on supply, 127 supply right now, with these units being warped in, 194 for the Terran player, and this push is looking to be unstoppable right now. A lot of medevacs, a lot of Marines, a lot of Marauders, a few siege tanks in the back, unpowering 2 gateways here, 1 Nexus remaining here also getting destroyed. This is going to unpower so many buildings. Wow, there is a total of 5 buildings here unpowered. And I believe that this could be the last push. Stargate also getting apart. All of the production capability from Lilbow. Wow, I cannot believe the placement of those pylons was so bad. If you look at this, there's actually no production available for him at all. Not a single production building. That was very well played by uThermal. Just going straight in, taking out all the production, and GG is called by Lilbow. This was game number 2, taken by uThermal. So we're now up to 1-1 for each player. Hi guys, thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video. This was game number 2 between uThermal and Lilbow. This is now tied up to 1-1, and we're going to move straight into game number 3. Now my social media links are on the right hand side here. If you want to subscribe, please click the button right underneath my face. And that's pretty much it. You'll be updated on when I upload stuff. If you have any questions or suggestions, or if you want to leave it a thumbs up, please do so right now. And that's it. See you in the next video. Good luck. Take care. Bye bye.